Girl, let's talk about it. Good evening. I had to call this meeting tonight. I had to wear my hater shades because I know a lot of people are upset with me right now. Um, I know they're upset. They're upset. But listen, first wives, it's historically documented how they are treated. If you did not know that, don't be getting mad at me. You should check out the movie. It's called First Wives Club. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. It's a wonderful movie. I watched it super young. I don't even know the first time I watched this movie, but it's a good movie. Girl, they mad. But I'm like, this is a known thing. Like first wives, it's a known thing. Now listen, I wasn't 1,000% serious. Like I was actually being sarcastic because I want to talk about this good girl image, and I want to talk about how, like, y'all, that is it's internalized misogyny when you think being good grants you a man, girl. But like this all stems from thinking that things are owed to you simply because of this or that, or it's coming from a place of entitlement. It's coming from a place of thinking you're better. Like, girl, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's start off by saying nothing in life is guaranteed. Nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Nothing in life is guaranteed. So I just need to say that because you could be the first wife and live happily ever after. You can be the second wife and live happily ever after. You can even be the third wife and live happily ever after. Okay. Let's also talk about my comment that I made regarding the being the second wife. Like, it was just interesting how people automatically assumed that that included men that would leave their wives, abuse their wives, cheat on their wives. And it's like, I don't know, in my mind, I don't even consider men like that at all. It doesn't matter at what level, whether they broke, they have money, they don't, they can offer me this, they can't offer me this. I would never give a man like that the time of day. But y'all never wanted to include the man that maybe his wife died. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to talk about her. You did want to include the man or the couples that married young but grew apart because they realized once they reached a certain milestone within their own self growth that they just didn't connect the same anymore, and so they ended up divorcing. It's like y'all don't want to consider those things. But this is the thing. Nothing in life is guaranteed. And that's the moral of this video. Nothing in life is guaranteed. You could, like I said, you could be the first wife, second, third, and fourth and live happily ever after. You could be the first, the second, third, fourth, and be happily divorced. Um, you could be the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth wife and be cheated on. You could be the I don't even know where to start because like there's just so many ways that this can go. You could be the hoe, you could be the biggest freak girl, you could be the good girl, you could be real nasty in the bedroom and still get dogged out. Nothing in life is guaranteed. The only thing that you can truly guarantee yourself in this lifetime is choosing yourself. Oh my gosh. That's the only thing that you can truly guarantee in this lifetime. Okay. You can't guarantee nothing else. You just got to know when life throws you a curveball, right? You always have the option to choose yourself. Okay. That's why y'all got to watch the movie. That's why you got to watch First Wives. You know what I mean? You got to go watch it. I'm probably going to watch it tonight. Because at the end of the day, nothing in life is guaranteed. But one thing's for certain, you can always choose yourself. Whether you're the first, the second, third, whether you're divorced, you're the baby mama, okay, it don't matter. Like, you always have that choice to choose yourself. Like, don't ever forget that. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know nothing else. Is just that. And it's sad that women don't tell us this. You know, they don't tell us that it's okay to choose ourselves, no matter what the situation or circumstance may be, with other people. And I have to say other people because that involves, you know, men, kids. Oh, I could do a whole live on that. Kids. Also choosing yourself when it comes to kids, family, huge. Like, just always keep in mind that no matter where life takes you, you can always choose yourself. Okay. But I also wanted to talk about, the good girl. The good girl, the good girl. Let's pull up the video real quick because I wanted to talk about that. Now, y'all, I'm gonna start doing these shorts, you know, because it's gonna help me grow my channel. I talked to a YouTube manager and they were saying shorts are gonna help you grow your channel because YouTube is wanting to include shorts. So it's going to help my channel, but it's like, y'all know, I'll hop on a live and do a 2-hour live to really give my full perspective because I look at life in so many different ways and every situation is going to be unique. And so it's like, I can't just give you one perspective and that's it, you know, but I'm over here helping the girl, you know, with her lifestyle, I guess. And I'm just like, well, have you ever thought about it this way? That maybe it's better to be the second wife because so many first wives have complained about being the first wife. And then to the women that were a first wife, I don't understand why you took it personally because you could divorce and have a better marriage with your second husband. You know what I mean? But nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about how maybe your second marriage will be better than your first one. Nobody ever wants to talk about it because when it comes to Black love, it's all about the struggle. It's not about the success. It's not about the peace. It's not truly about the happiness. It's about getting in there, getting in the trenches with the person and just thugging it out. But nobody ever talks about how your second husband could actually be better and you could be a better woman in your second marriage. Just saying. Just saying. But that goes back to me saying nothing in life is guaranteed. Absolutely nothing. Nothing in life is guaranteed. Okay, let me pull up this video. Y'all, I'm a little congested. I had another live planned for tonight, but I ended up canceling it. I know I never scheduled it, but I ended up canceling it because it's a longer video. I wanted to talk about Chrissy and Jim Jones. I wanted to talk about Snoop Dogg's daughter, Shanquilla updates, Erica Mena and Chris Brown, but I'm not going to be on here long, y'all. And I think it's so interesting that, you know, I'm having issues with all of this, you know, and then Houston, we have a boiling water notice alert, you know, in full effect. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, dang, is it the tap water? Like, is it really the tap water? Is that why I'm sick right now? I feel like I'm coming down with something. So I'm hoping I can bring y'all this video tomorrow, but I will not be on here long because I do not feel all that well. I'm just being honest. So, yeah. But let me pull up this video. Did I even play my intro? I mean, do y'all want my intro or no? Y'all don't want my intro. Ooh. Ooh. Where is, oh no, that's not it. That's not it. Oh no. It is. Okay. So I wanted to pull this up. I'm definitely trolling y'all. So not really, but kind of. Not really, but kind of. I just want y'all to know, like, nothing in life is guaranteed, and never forget you can always choose yourself. Okay. No matter where life takes you. That's all that truly matters. Okay. So she said, she uploaded this TikTok video and it says, when you wasted your entire life being a good girl with morals, but these hoes still got a husband before you. Okay. So let's talk about that. Let's just talk about that for a sec. Okay. First of all, you got to understand that you have been programmed to believe that being a good girl or having the good girl image grants you some type of reward, and it doesn't. I'm sorry. And that is the biggest lie that was sold to you at a young age. Now, when you were younger, it definitely served a purpose. You were definitely rewarded. You were definitely seen in a way that was beneficial. But see, this is what they don't tell you. This is what they don't tell you. There's this switch that happens. And I feel like it happens around the time that you turn 18 years old. When you were 18 and below, it served a major purpose over your life. Okay. You were able to get good grades. You didn't get pregnant young. It served such an amazing purpose because during this time, you were creating a foundation that you needed. You needed this foundation. You need this foundation of being good because when you grow up and you get out into the real world, you know what's the right thing, especially when you're tested, especially when people try you, you know what the right thing is. So you need that foundation 18 and below. But when you turn 18 and up, you out here dealing with real world issues, real world people. You have been taken out of your safe bubble, the bubble where you were rewarded for being a good girl. You're taken out of that bubble and you're placed into a new bubble. It's called the real world, right? And people don't care about that. Your parents cared about that. Your teachers cared about that. Your coaches cared about that. All of these people cared about that. But the people in the world, they don't give a shit about how good you are. Men really don't care about that. We live in a world now where men want you to be the complete opposite of being good, whatever that means. And that's the thing, y'all. What is a hoe? Because I need somebody to explain that to me because I'm thinking a hoe is with everybody. You know, she's in and out of the clinic. She has had she's at least had an STD in her life, an STI in her life, or something like that. And she's always dealing with this guy. She's known to deal with a lot of men at the same time. And like she just really gets around and she has this I don't care attitude. So that to me is what a hoe is. And it doesn't mean anything. Like, and the reason it doesn't mean anything is because, first of all, when you get to a certain age, people not counting body counts like that. If you're not sleeping with the same man or multiple men in the same social setting or social circle, nobody cares. Like, nobody is going to care about that. Nobody is calling you the biggest hoe. This is not high school. You know what I mean? This is not even college. As long as you're not sleeping with the same man in the same social group or social circle, nobody cares. Nobody's counting your body count. So, like I said, it served a purpose when you were younger, but when you become a grown woman, it don't serve the same purpose. It's gonna get you played. People gonna call you gullible. People gonna say you naive. People gonna say, "Oh, she one of them girls you can get eat, you can get on, you can get over on, you can screw on, you can screw over." That's what it's gonna get you. But when you were younger, it was the complete opposite. You were rewarded. Some would say you were considered a favorite, but it's not that. After 18, it's really not that. It's not that. This is no sexual liberation stream because sexual liberation has played women. It's still playing women, and it will forever play women. If you did not know, it's playing women. This is no sexual liberation live. I don't know where you got that from. I'm not even a feminist. I believe in feminism, but I am not a feminist. So this is not a sexual rah meeting. And you know what? We're going to get into that. Just give me a sec. We're going to get into how sexual liberation is playing women and there's no liberation in it. Let's talk about that. Okay. 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 I'm back. Okay. So let's talk about how sexual liberation is playing women. Okay. It's making us baby mamas. It's making us more single than ever. It's not getting us proper courting. It's not getting us proper dates. It's not getting us romance. It's not even giving us orgasms. Oh my God, girl. That's what really takes the cake for me. The sexual liberation is a scam. Having a baby before marriage is another scam. Being Miss Strong and independent, I can do it all, that's another scam. Um, Arguably, being the first wife is a scam. And the reason why I say that is because I have seen so many first wives come on here complaining about how he didn't know how to do nothing and how she gave him everything, including paying bills. First wives. Y'all, it's a scam. So we need to revisit, we need to revise, and we need to come up with something different because this ain't working. And when something ain't working, it's time to make some changes. Okay? Sexual liberation ain't done nothing but play women. That I'm strong, I'm independent, that played you even more. Now you tired, you drained, you're worn out. You need help, you need assistance. You want help, you want assistance. And guess what? Your pride is not allowing you to receive those things. And see how your behavior is not allowing you to receive those things. That's part of the problem. And I'm going to tell you now, I don't think we'll be able to change hookup culture. No, I don't think we'll be able to stop it. Okay. I don't think we'll be able to ever stop hookup culture. I don't. So a lot of y'all have that religious stance where it's like, just close your legs, just close your legs. Listen, your grandmama didn't even have her legs closed. She was out here throwing it back in her nightgown, in her bonnet, with her rollers in her head, and she wasn't married to that man. She wasn't married to Earl. Earl was from down the street, but she was throwing that thing back. Listen, this is what we as women need to focus on. Standards. Because Earl, he was getting him some because he was either paying some bills, okay, taking her out, romancing her. She probably got over there in her little silk robe nightgown with the rollers in the head because she had to go to work in the morning, right? But he had on Marvin Gaye. Like, he had on Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing and stuff. Y'all out here getting smashed to trap music. Like, where's the standards in that? I just don't get that. So I think we can change hookup culture, right? I don't think girls are going to close their legs. And I think that's what we need to truly, truly focus on. Not telling women don't have sex. I don't think that's realistic because it wasn't even realistic for your grandmother. It wasn't even realistic for your auntie. None of them was out here truly closing their legs, y'all. They were hiding what they were doing. They were being sneaky. So they were definitely out here having sex. So trying to compare apples to oranges, and really you're not even comparing apples to oranges. You comparing a yellow orange or a yellow apple to a red apple, y'all. And it's just like the only difference is that the red apple has standards. The yellow apple don't have no damn standards. That's why I look all beat up and bruised. And so that's what I see when it comes to the hookup culture. Change the culture. I keep telling y'all that. Change the culture. Go back to how it was. Listen, women were definitely out here spreading their legs. They just weren't telling people. And maybe this hypersexual culture has played women, not the fact that we're sexual, because women are sexual beings. We have needs. We have needs, especially around that ovulation period. Oh my God. Oh my God. Girl, that ovulation period. And listen, when you turn 30, that ovulation, listen, the time frame before your period and after your period, that's dangerous after 30. That when you turn 30, oh my God, it's like Oh my God. Like I could go into details, but I don't want to put my business out here. But it's like, girl, it's different. It's not how it was when you were in your 20s. And so now I start to think about like, okay, so is this the urges that men get when they are younger and they start having wet dreams and stuff? And then like it for us as women, we start having wet dreams at like 30 plus. Cause that's what it seemed like. It's like reverse. That's what I'm saying. Men and women are not that different. We are not that different. We are not that freaking different. So I'm like, I feel like it's easier to be celibate when you're 20, but like in your 20s, your teens, but as you get older, it gets a little more challenging. And the reason why I say that is because that ovulation, your body is literally saying you need to make a baby, right? But your mind is saying, girl, you done lost your damn mind. But your body is like, no, you really need to go make a baby. Like, what are you doing? You need to go make a baby. But your mind is saying, but these men ain't it. You know what I mean? It's like, so who I'm gonna make a baby with? I'm making with myself then because I can't make it with nobody else, you know? So you guys, it's different. Like when as you get older, your hormones change and it becomes a real struggle. So I'm gonna challenge you to change the culture when it comes to hooking up. Like you shouldn't be hooking up with a man that's broke. Okay, because if you fall pregnant and you need an ultrasound, can he pay for it? No. So you don't need to be having sex with him. You don't. See, grandma, she was out here having sex before marriage, and she was married to a man, or no, she was having sex with a man that was willing to marry her, that was willing to take on the responsibility as a family man, even though he was still out here cheating. I'm just being honest. He was still willing to take on that responsibility. These men ain't willing to take on that responsibility at all. They looking at you like, that ain't my responsibility. Discipline is huge. Discipline is huge. Listen, some men, they are not worthy. They are truly not deserved. They're broke. And they can't even afford to, can they even afford to get a pack of condoms? How can you have sex with a man and he's broke? Because to have sex, that's a working man activity. You know how they have, when you were younger and your mom would be like, yeah, I want to do this, or I want to go here and I want to go there. Oh, well, that's for working adults. She would tell you that. Okay, so when it comes to sex and men, that's for working men. Sex is not a broke man's sport. It's not a broke man's activity, y'all. And when I mean broke, what do I mean by broke? Girl, $40,000 a year. In this economy, I don't know. And listen, yes, that raises the bar. Yes, that does a lot, because 40,000 a year is average, isn't it? But when you think about it, in this economy, it's not a lot of money, y'all. It's not when kids. I think I saw statistically, I think that for one kid, I think it's like 300 plus thousand for 18 years, and that's just 18 years. They didn't involve college tuition. So 40,000 a year and taking on a bill that's $300,000, that the math ain't mathing with that. You know what I mean? So we just need to change the culture. There was this video that I saw on TikTok. Let me see if I can pull it up, because she was talking about how foreign men, when it comes to foreign men in hookup culture, is totally different. Yep, that's what she said. She said hooking up with foreign men are completely different. She actually she's an author. She's an author, and she works for some type of website. It's a popular one too at that, but I just don't remember what website. But she talks about this. She talks about how, oh, here it is. Oh, let me pull it up. Melanie. That is her name. Hold on, hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up because y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this because I'm telling you, change the culture. Y'all could at least do that. Change the culture. Change the culture. I'm not gonna tell you to stop having sex because it's just not realistic, y'all. It's not realistic. Yeah, and stop having these men's kids. That's another one. Change the culture. Have higher standards when it comes to sex. Okay, y'all can do that. I'm not gonna tell you don't have sex before marriage because people were out here having sex before marriage. Okay, hold on. What is going on? Okay, it's taking a little longer. Just give me a sec. What else could we change when it comes to hookup culture? Condoms. Make these men wear condoms. What is going on here? Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, I found it. I found it. What's going on? I'm trying to think. What else? Because I feel like we could at least do that, y'all. We can change the culture for hooking up now. Come on now. Y'all talking about leveling up and y'all be talking about I'm healing and all that. Okay, well, heal your way into changing hookup culture. That's the next thing on our list. Okay. Don't carry before you marry. Don't carry before you marry. And then number two, make these men wear condoms. And yes, you have to make them wear them. Okay. They're like a toddler. They always kicking off their shoes and their socks. Make them put it on. Okay. Then romance. Okay. He ain't getting no booty. He not getting no type of action. No flowers. Listen, go to the grocery store. Grocery store flowers cost anywhere between $4.99 and $30, $40. If you want to be on the high end, $50. They don't cost that much. Every man's tax bracket is going to be a little bit different. So I just gave you a nice little range. $4.99, $50. Just saying. I think if you give it some action, you deserve some flowers. You do. Okay, why is it not popping up? Now I gotta go look for it again. What else could we change for hookup culture? Y'all put some ideas in the chat box for the women out here. Because leveling up, you done got your money right, you done fixed your credit, you done got your body right, you done did all of this. So now it's time to change hookup culture. You healing, you done found your peace again. Don't disturb it by hooking up with somebody that you know is trash. I'm really looking for this. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't know why it just didn't pop up at the top. Oh my God. And then, yeah, I'm going through all my liked videos on TikTok, and y'all know how that is. And I came across this passport bro situation, and I'm like, ooh, girl, an Asian woman, she fighting for her life on the TikTok app when it comes to passport bros. She is fighting for her life. Oh my God, like, where is this video at? I think I went too far. Did I go too far? I think I went too far. Did I go too far? Give me a sec. Ooh. I cannot find it. I don't know why, and it's popping up to the top. There's another video. There's another TikTok video that's at the top too that I could look at. But I wanted to talk about this. Oh, oh, it's because I didn't like it. Let me see. I refreshed it. Just give me a sec. Oh my gosh. Is she Filipino? And for Yoni, if asking too much, wanting on an engagement ring that cost around. Wait a minute. A man makes way over 4K. What's the conversion for that? Because I don't know that. Let me look. I I really don't need the conversion, but let me just give you a sec. Okay. So that's a little over 1,000. He makes 4,000, a little over 4,000 a month. For everyone in the chat and for Yoni, is it taking too much wanting an engagement ring that costs around 1,000 if a man makes way over 4,000 a month? Girl, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Oh, okay. The video popped up. Okay, it has popped up. But wait a minute, because girl, you can't drop a bomb in the chat and then mm, y'all, I don't know how to answer this because again, everyone's everyone puts their, I would say, their value in things differently. Like, I don't know, like a ring is a pretty big investment for a man to make. I personally don't like bigging up rings because again, it's a materialistic item, but it serves two purpose. Yes, it's materialistic. Yes. Will it be worth much when you pass on? No. Can you take it with you? No. But it is symbolic of his investment in you. Like, that's how I see it. Because that's the thing. When men invest in you, you multiply, right? So if he's investing in you, I'm pretty sure he wants you to have his offsprings, his big headed kids, and all of that. Yeah, girl. Like I think a man buying you a ring, it really sets the tone for his investment in you, his future, and his relationship with you. It's not asking for too much at all. Like, we're talking about marriage. Oh no. I wasn't looking for the Asian woman on TikTok, but I did want to talk about it. Who's bought rings to cut and clear is going to be what matters, and stones have horrible. I don't even think she's I don't even think she's I don't even think she's even referring to that. I think it's more so the principle I think she's talking about. I don't think it's actually, or I could be wrong. She would have to correct me in the chat. I think it's more principle than it is aesthetically appealing to her. But I don't know. Um, I think when a man is asking you to marry him, I don't think nothing is too much. I don't. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat. I just don't think nothing is too much. I'm sorry. Like he need to go all the way. He need to go all out. Like I watch my brother. He is engaged to his girlfriend, and he went all out for her. Like he brought out all the stops. Like he broke out everything that he had. He literally put it all out there on the table, laid it all out. He put his whole heart out there. It seemed like he half stepped it, and I don't like that. But I just don't want to be negative towards your relationship because it's like your relationship better than I do. You know. Okay, let's talk about hookup culture because
sex.
I wanted to talk about it. Just give me a sec. Make sure I'm sharing my screen. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little congested, so I apologize if I'm sniffing stuff like a wet dog. I just feel like he should have been saving. I feel like he should have been saving for a year, maybe even 2, for your ring, sis. And if he's just basing it off of a month's salary, I feel like you deserve better than that.
Which is very extreme in the U.S., which is also, rooted in
casual sex tends to be sort of violent and unkind to women.
And that is why I almost never hooked up with U.S. American men.
Now, wait a minute. Let me go to this girl first. Can I click on her? Jessica? No, I can't. Because I wanted to see what Jessica had to say. But let me just go back to this Arthur. And then I'll see if I can go to Jessica, the girl that she's reacting to.
To women, casual sex tends to be sort of violent and unkind to women.
And that is why I almost never hooked up with U.S. American men. So go watch that whole video. It's in my caption. And look at my dog right now. He's fucking snoring. I hope you can hear me over him. So I've talked on here before about how, on Tinder, I had like dozens and dozens of amazing hookups. It's where I met my husband. It's where I had met Schmeg's friends, one night stands. I had the time of my life. I came this close to pegging. And the reason I had such a good time is because I was really good at vetting. And U.S. American men almost never got through my vetting system because I sensed that violence right away. Because under purity culture, which is very extreme.
You guys, I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
Casual sex tends to be sort of violent and unkind to women.
And that is why I almost never hooked up with U.S. American men. So go watch that whole video. It's in my caption. And look at my dog right now. He's fucking snoring. I hope you can hear me over him. So I've talked on here before about how, on Tinder, I had like dozens and dozens of amazing hookups. It's where I met my husband. It's where I had met Schmeg's friends, one night stands. I had the time of my life. It's close to pay. And the reason I had such a good time is because I was really good at vetting. And U.S. American men almost never got through my vetting system because I sensed that violence right away. Because under purity culture, which is very extreme in the U.S., which is also, rooted in white supremacy, a lot of men, especially white men, see you as the whole Madonna horror complex, right? And as soon as they found out that I just wanted to hook up, they became so violent, dehumanizing, all that shit. So that's why I never hooked up with them. I hooked up with people from all over the world, like anyone but U.S. Americans when I was living in the US. And then I moved to France and everything got really confusing. So I wrote about it for the Washington Post about the differences between dating in the US and France. And there's a lot of generalizations. I know it's not all French men. And I also know it's different in Paris. So before y'all make all these comments about it. But basically my personal experience and the experience of the people I interviewed for this, and also the insight of a French schmexologist, psychologist here, it's like the opposite here. Okay, so the men that I hooked up with, they treated me like a friend or a human being. Even when we were just going to hook up and that was agreed upon from at the beginning, they'd come over, they'd bring a bottle of wine, we'd chat for a long time, they'd stay over, and then we'd chat the more. Like, it was like a whole thing. It's like in the US, it's just like bang, 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 and then they're out the door, and then they block you as soon as they leave because, you know, of course you want to date them. The audacity of them to think that you want to date them, first of all, and or ever see them again because of their selfish D was that great. Basically use your body to like whack off with. Anyway, so the Frenchmen would go like full boyfriend. They'd be like, bon oui, every night, like hello, goodbye, like, you know, one of the women I interviewed, she was like, yeah, he offered to do my French homework, offered to help me find my bike, like went full boyfriend, even though he didn't want to date me, even if it was just a one night stand. And it's so weird. It's so weird. It's very confusing for US American women because we're used to being treated like shit unless they want to date us. But if we hook up with them, they treat us like shit. Violence in the US, it seeps out in every area of life there.
Casual sex tends to be sort of violent and unkind to women.
And that is why I almost never hooked up with US American men. So
now listen, it's always a man in the comment section talking about, oh, she for the streets, she for the streets. That's what y'all like. That's what y'all like. That's who y'all want to have sex with. Okay? That is who y'all want to have sex with. I'm a late bloomer, so I didn't lose my virginity until way later in life, and none of y'all wanted to touch me when I was a virgin. Not one. Well, I did find somebody, but during that time though, like not there wasn't a line of men that were like, oh yeah, I want her. Like, no. So y'all can say for the streets, y'all can say for your daddy, y'all can say for your mama. We don't care. Because at the end of the day, we know how it really is. And we know a lot of y'all are full of shit. Like, y'all like the hoes. They're more fun. Y'all say that all the time. So I don't want to hear that. I don't. And to women, I'm going to tell you, do what you feel comfortable with. Do what you feel comfortable with. But I have made this known, and a lot of women don't like it when I say it, but I'm just telling you the truth. And listen, every woman has this moment. Every virgin, I will have to say, I have to zero in on you. Every virgin that's after 25 will come to this moment in their life where they are at crossroads and they have to decide, should I continue on this way? Because I'm not getting what I want continuing on this way, or do I remain a virgin, or do I break my virginity? A lot of women will come to that crossroad. I decided to break my virginity at 27 because it had not gotten me anywhere. And that's just my opinion. It served a purpose when I was younger, but as I got older, I started noticing that it wasn't serving me a purpose. Like, a lot of men after 25, they feel like if you're a virgin after 25, you're childish. I got that a lot. They felt like they instantly automatically assumed that I'm waiting till marriage. So they felt like if they dated me, that's it. Like, marriage, that's it. And so they would avoid me if they weren't ready for marriage, which I think is not a bad thing necessarily, but they never really gave me a chance. Like, they never wanted to give me a chance. And I see that a lot when it comes to virgins after 25. Y'all don't give women after 25 a chance at all. Y'all stay away from them. Y'all stay clear of them. Y'all don't even want to take them out on a date because you know by the end of the date, chances of you getting sex is slim to none. So I don't know. Every woman's going to come to that crossroad if you're a late bloomer and it comes to your virginity, not speaking on it doesn't get you anywhere. I tried that. You can hide your virginity all you want, but at the end of the day, most women that hold on to their virginity, they tend to be truthful, upfront, and honest. And so that will only get you so far. So imagine you wasting your time because this man is thinking that he's going to get sex from you, and then he finds out you're a virgin, and then he switches up on you after the fact. So it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And it's the same thing. Like I said in the beginning of this live, nothing in life is guaranteed. You can lose your virginity super young. You can lose it later in life. At the end of the day, nothing in this life is guaranteed. So it's just best that you do what you want to do. It's best that you live your life the way that you want to live it. As long as your morals are in place, like having integrity, carrying yourself and looking at yourself with value, treating yourself as such. And that's going to look different for everybody because everyone's perspective or vantage point on value is going to be different. But I don't know. I think if you are dating somebody, it is a man's business. Like, y'all cannot sit up here and be like it's not. Now, if he's a complete stranger to you, y'all don't know each other, it's not. But if he's trying to be if he's dating you, that's something that he would want to know. He's going to feel slighted if you don't tell him. I've dealt with that too. He's going to feel slighted. So it's you should be able to live in your truth and not have to hide who you are. And that's just my opinion. You shouldn't have to be down low. That sounds ridiculous. You shouldn't have to be down low when it comes to your virginity. You should not. You should not. But a lot of women feel like they have to be, and it's because of how men, y'all view them, how y'all treat them when you find out that they're not out here being sexually active. But then you'll call women that are for the streets. Make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter which path you choose. Just make sure you're doing it for yourself because you're never going to satisfy people. You're never. So focus on satisfying yourself. And nothing in life doesn't require risk. Nothing in life is everything in life that you want is gonna require you taking a risk. Going to school requires you to take a risk. Accomplishing a goal requires you to take a risk. It involves you stepping outside of your comfort zone. Love, romance, relationship, dreams, goals, aspirations, they all take risk, y'all. So a lot of people are afraid to do that, take a risk. But at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is. It's a risk. And it may work for you, it may not work for you. It's not based off of luck, though. It's literally based off of, are you willing to take this risk? It may work out for you and it may not. Getting married is a risk. It doesn't matter if you vetted the person, y'all was together for X amount of time, you get married, that's still a risk because it changes everything. It changes the dynamic of y'all's relationship and it could end in divorce. Everything takes a risk. Being single again after you've been married for 10 years, but you were in an abusive relationship, leaving that marriage with kids or without, that still takes a risk to be single again. Nothing in this life does not require risk. And a lot of people are afraid of that risk. So I wasn't willing to take the risk to continue on being a virgin after 25. Like, I had sexual needs too. And it's like women, they kind of neglect themselves a little bit. Like, there's a whole nother world out there for you to explore, but you are neglecting yourself sexually. And you may not even get what you want. And then you waited all this time. And I know some of y'all have that thought process. Like, you think about that. Like, what if I'm wasting my time doing this? What if you're not? What if you're not wasting your time doing it? That's why it's just best that you do what truly is best for you, because we don't know how it's gonna work, how it's gonna turn out for real. None of us do. That's the sad part about life. You know, we never know how it's gonna turn out. People feel like they got all the answers, but life has a funny way of showing you that you don't. But let's go to the first girl, because I wanted to show you guys the girl where she said hooking up has turned violent. I feel like hooking up, a lot of women are saying, oh, men don't see us as human beings. They don't see us as people anymore. Well, I mean, all we require is a hookup now. That's it. And like I said, they were hooking up back in the day. They were, but they were required to open up doors for women. They were required to buy flowers for women. They were required to romance women. They were required to give foreplay to women, wine, dine, and give foreplay. We don't require that even within hookup culture. And so if men don't see women as human, part of that is our problem. We don't require them to. We don't. Everything's a transaction now, like whether it's a transaction for sex, a transaction for money and sex, a transaction for what you can do for me and what can I do for you. Everything's a transaction. So it's like we're not actually connecting with the person. Social media has played another role into that. Like we're not actually connecting with people like we used to. So because of that, like it just leaves so much room for people to not see people as actual human beings. I think that's why violence is increasing. Like you don't talk to your neighbor like you used to. You used to talk to your neighbors outside. You don't even know who your neighbors are. Like we're not personable like we used to be. And I think that's why violence is increasing the way that it is. And I'm not even talking about among just men and women, like just people. Like I think the reason why these mass shootings happen so much is because the people that are committing the crimes, they're like incels, like they keep themselves isolated. They don't really socialize and interact with people. And from a psychological standpoint, they don't see other people as true human beings because they don't have those type of normal interactions, social interactions. So I think all of this stuff connects, you guys, and it's affecting us all. It doesn't matter what race you are. It's social media and not having that connection, that social connection, that intimate connection with each other or the next person. It has really done a lot of damage. It has done a lot of damage. So let's continue, because she said hooking up has become very violent.
Casual, but that they found it too unkind. And that I think is the issue. Women having sex with a lot of people is not inherently good or bad. It doesn't inherently benefit men or disadvantage women. It's just that the way that this culture perceives and practices casual sex tends to be sort of violent and unkind to women. So it's not the sex that's the problem. It's not the act of having sex that's the issue. It's the fact that we live in a culture where what men want sexually is trumped over what women want.
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy.
Feminist Moira Donegan has written, the problem was never that women found the sex too casual, but that they found it too unkind. And that I think.
Now, how can women change hookup culture? Because I'm not going to tell you to close your legs, y'all. I'm not wasting my time with that. Your mama wasted her time with that. What happened? You ended up pregnant. Your grandmother wasted her time with that. And guess what? Your mama ended up pregnant with you. So I'm not going to waste my time with that, y'all. I'm not. But women can definitely change hookup culture. Why is hooking up so violent? Why is hooking up always just about the man? And see, this is where we played ourselves. We felt like our standards had to be measured to men, right? And let me explain how. Like, okay, as long as I'm getting sex and you're getting sex, that's a fair exchange. No, the hell it's not. It's not a fair exchange. And a lot of women have convinced themselves, and they'll say things like, yeah, I effed him. No, you got fucked. I'm sorry. Like, he put the penis inside of you. It's not the other way around. And if it was a gay man that was about him, I'd be saying the same damn thing. So because of that, excuse my French, I just had to say it like that because y'all gotta actually hear what I'm saying, right? Y'all say things like, "Oh, but the sperm chases the egg." Okay, if you know that, it's impossible for you to fuck a man unless you were pegging him, sis. And if you're not pegging him, technically you're the one getting effed. So if you're the one getting effed, right? If you're the one getting effed, why don't you require more? Why don't you require more? I always feel like the person being penetrated should always require more. That's just my opinion. You do not have to like it. And the reason is because penetration involves you being submissive, which means you're allowing somebody to take full control, right? That's full dominance over your body. You should be getting something for that. You should. Because not everybody should have that type of access. Not everybody should be able to get on top and have full access over you like that, dominate you like that. So if you are not requiring more, because y'all don't understand, like a man dominating you does a lot for him mentally, confidence wise, self-esteem wise. It can do a lot for a man. And it's like women have really like diminished that and have made it real small. Like it's so easily obtainable. Like it's something that any man can get out here and get. And there's some truth to it. We have made it easily obtainable, but not every man should have that authority or that type of pleasure over you to dominate you in that way. And so if you're allowing somebody to truly dominate you like that, there's some other things that you should be requiring, you know? And so I'm not saying it has to be money, right? It don't have to be money. I'm not telling you exchange for sex, but what happened to flowers? What happened to candy? What happened to getting chocolate? What happened to R&B music? What happened? Listen, and then these artists, I tell you all the time, they can't even make R&B music no more because they don't have the inspiration. There's no romance no more. None. And this is why everybody rapping about violence. That's all they can rap about. That's all they can rap about is violence. And then if you do hear a different type of song, it's just sex. It's just sex. It's not even, it reminds me of Twitter porn. Rest in peace to Twitter porn, by the way. Okay. But it reminds me of Twitter porn, where Twitter porn is like, okay, somebody in their bonnet and it's a man and it's a janky camera, no lighting for real, just is they in the dark, but they got this flash on, janky, right? That's what rap music is today. But before rap music became so hypersexual, before music became so hypersexual, there used to be a whole storyline. You know, like R&B, blues, jazz, it would paint a picture. It would paint a story. It would tell a story. There ain't no story to tell. It's just like wham, bam, you done. It's literally Twitter porn. And so it's like you guys have actually taken the fun out of sex. I don't know how people want to have sex. I don't. I don't. There ain't no foreplay. There's no orgasm. There's no teasing. There's no arousal really. Like it's like wham bam, you done. And I just don't get that. I don't get that. And I tell women all the time, you know, men too, when they come to me for advice in my DMs and stuff like that, I tell them, I'm like, you know, foreplay is so important and men tend to miss that. And foreplay can be something as simple as buying a woman flowers. Foreplay don't have to start when you see her. Foreplay could have started all day. It could have started as soon as you woke up in the morning when you text her good morning. Y'all don't even text good morning no more. Y'all don't even call. And then y'all want to do these coffee dates. To the women, listen, you have a phone. It's a cellular device, right? He has a phone. He don't need to call me. Coffee dates are fill me outs. They're to fill you out to see if you easy, period. A lot of men will do up for a coffee date, fill you out. They just want to see if you easy or not. See if you're the type of girl that can be cool with a lot. So they can get in, slide in, literally, and slide on out. With no effort, no emotional exchange, no real connection. And it's like, listen, say you want sex too, that's all you want. Make him connect with you first. The sex gonna be way better. Make him connect with you first. But coffee dates, fill me out. You're not getting no foreplay. You're getting the cheap coffees, probably cold. It's not giving like it has espresso in it, and no, it's just like I don't get it, y'all. Change the hookup culture, and maybe good music will be a thing again. Because I'm over here stuck in the 90s, the 80s. Hell, I done went back to the damn 70s. I wasn't even born. I done went back to the 70s because I'm just like, I'm tired of listening to this. It's the same stuff. You heard it once, you've heard it all. You've heard it before, you're just hearing it again. And it's like, I know y'all got to be tired of listening to the same stuff. It's the same stuff. And it's like the only way it's going to change, the only way our music, the way we entertain, the way we interact with people, we have to change the culture. We went too far left. And I'm not saying, oh, we need to go far right. No, we need to find balance again because this is a mess. This is a mess. This is a mess. And then, you know, it does. It leads to out of wedlock births, but it's not just the out of wedlock birth. It leads to an out of wedlock birth with a man that is truly toxic, or with a woman that is truly toxic. Y'all not even individually healthy. I don't get that. I don't get that. So change the hookup culture. Change it. You have the power to change it. Once you change the hookup culture, once you change the culture, it will change the music. It will change the entertainment. It will change a lot of things. It may even change the food that we eat. We eat indifferent. But continuing on with this, it's not going to get better. So it's just not. So I honestly feel like it starts with just raising our standards. I'm not saying be a saint. I'm not saying be a Virgin Mary. I'm saying if you're going to hook up, have standards. I get it. You want to have sex. Got it. But make him work for that still. Like, make him work for that. Make him take you out. Make him buy you flowers, buy you candy. Make him do things, you know. Don't just giving it up just to give it up because you feel like you getting some D. And that's the thing. Again, we compared our standards to men. We tried to only live up to men's standards. Excuse me, y'all. I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick. Oh my God. I need some soup. Okay, like I was saying. What was I saying? Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. Oh my God. And then when you have a brain fart, it gets bigger and bigger. Oh my God. And you just get so spaced out. Okay, let me come back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So basically what I'm saying, you guys, is y'all, we gotta do something different. Okay, we just gotta do something different. Because what we doing, it ain't working. It ain't working. It's not working. It's not working. It's not. Make these men take you out. I don't care if you just want sex. Oh, that's what I was saying. Standards. We compared having standards as a woman to how men have standards. Like, men will just look at you and be like, okay, she look good. Okay, let's have sex. We don't need to have the same standards as them. We just don't. We don't. Because women always require more. And when you have a child, your son required less than your daughter. That's just how it is. And so this is how we got played and how we played ourselves. We felt like, oh, our standards just needed to be the equal of man. Right? And that had us believe we can do what men can do. Why y'all want to do what men can do? Why? They're nasty. Like, they just be scratching their balls and stuff. I don't even think they really be in there showering every day, you know? And it's like, why y'all want to be like men? Don't y'all want to be like extra? I want to be extra. So I'm not gonna look at you and be like, okay, you fine, let's have sex. Do you have a good hygiene routine? I need to see that. What's your shower routine? Do you have one? Because I need to inspect your shower. Is it clean? Because I don't think you can get into a dirty shower and come out clean. I feel like you have to get into a clean shower and then you come out clean, but you can't get into a dirty one. So I need to inspect your shower. Okay. But before we can even get to your house, I need to be courted. And it ain't even about being courted for a relationship. It's to be courted for the bedroom. Okay. I need to be turned on. You're not turning me on. So I need to be romanced. Okay. I need flowers. I need candy. I need Marvin Gaye. What's that one man, one Mac? I need some of that. Then we can get into Usher. We can get into Jay Holiday. Oh my God, I was listening to him earlier today. Jay Holiday. We could get into all of that, but those steps got to be made first. I also need your paperwork. Oh yes, I need your paperwork. I need your paperwork. When's the last time you've been to the doctors? You got health insurance? You don't got health insurance. Oh, I can't help you. You should have led with that. You should have led with that. You don't got no health insurance? Oh, I really can't have sex with you. I need to see your paperwork. Let's raise the standard. Let's change the culture. And listen, ladies, nowadays, when men go get tested, it's on their phone. They get a text with a link. They pull it up. You verify. Okay. Who's your doctor? The date. Okay. Boom. That's how it need to be. He don't got no paperwork. He hasn't gotten tested. Can't help him. You need to go look. And listen, ladies, it's way easier to find a man for sex than it is for a man to find a woman for sex. Okay. A lot of us could easily go call somebody that we used to deal with back in the day if it's really that bad. You know, we all got that little black book. But, you know, once a man screws over a woman is never going to double back. But, I mean, you could possibly screw over a man and still be able to get access to his D because men are just that easy, you know? So if the last two men were able to give you paperwork and this man was not able to give you paperwork, if you fall on hard times, you can always go backwards. You know what I mean? Because you know they're going to give you the paperwork and he did. You get what I'm saying? Like, have standards. Have standards. And that's going to help change the hookup culture. Make these men buy you breakfast in the morning afterwards. Make him go get, like the lady said, Frenchmen, they went out and got me pastries and bagels the next day. I don't get that. I don't think I have RSV. Please don't wish that on me. Please, I don't think so. I forgot. What are the symptoms for that? I was looking into the symptoms for that, but I was looking into them for my niece. What are the symptoms for RSV? I know they have a hard time breathing. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm not having a hard time breathing. I think I'm just having a little sinus infection. Because it was cold and then now y'all it's warm and my body don't adapt well like that. I can't go from being extremely cold to now it's warm outside and my body has not adjusted. It's hard. I think it's just allergies too because the weather keeps changing up on me like that. Oh wait, okay, so women get shamed for being gold diggers, but we don't shame men for being sex diggers, the double standard. Ooh. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because men really be out here digging for sex. And that's why I be telling y'all, men and women are not that different. Let me give you the 4 plan. Okay. And this is why we're different. Let's start off with how we're required to show up in the world. Men are required to show up with their money. Women are required to show up with beauty. Okay. Men want sex. Women want stability. We want to feel safe, cozy, warm, air conditioning when it's hot outside. You get what I'm saying? And so another thing, when it comes to men emotionally, we want to have a connection. We don't want to feel used and taken advantage of. I don't want to feel used for sex. He don't want to feel used for money. Okay. So how can both men and women maneuver knowing that this is how we are? Okay. First and foremost, don't be a woman just straight up asking a man for money and y'all not together. That's just crazy to me. Don't be a man asking for sex when y'all not together. Y'all not on that level yet. Don't be entitled to it. It's really the entitlement. It's not that you asking, it's the entitlement that tends to be associated with the questions or this assumption that both men and women have. Once you understand that men and women are not that different, that we're actually very similar, but because we're required to show up differently in the world, it makes us different. You'll start to understand how to be when it comes to the opposite sex. We make things more complicated. And I have to say both men and women, not just women, both men and women. Because another thing, because we're required to show up differently in the world, money, beauty, right? We go about things completely different. How we process things, we process them completely different. So if a man is insecure when it comes to his money, it's the same way a woman is insecure when it comes to her appearance. So if you don't like it when people talk ish about your appearance, don't talk ish about men being broke. Don't make fun of them for it. But same thing goes for men. If you don't like it when women make fun of you for being broke, not having it, don't make fun of a woman that doesn't meet your beauty requirement or standard. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. But both sides, I do feel like both sides be trying to hit below the belt. But listen, I'm always going to hold men to a higher standard. I am. Y'all supposed to be the leaders. Y'all want us to be all submissive and y'all want to take charge and be in control and be leaders and da da da. But when I hold you to a higher standard that requires accountability, y'all get mad at me. And I do. I feel like hold on. Oh yes, I met you yesterday. Wait. Is it Fema? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. But yes, I remember you from yesterday at the beauty supply store. And it's so funny because when you came up to me and we took a picture, the security guard okay, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it again. Okay, I'm not. I don't want to butcher your name. But like when you came up to me and you took a picture, the security guard, he came up to me and he was like, "What you famous for?" And I'm like looking at this man always trying to talk to me, y'all. He nice though. And so I'm like, I'm not famous. I just do YouTube. That's what I told him. And he was like, "Oh, okay." So that was funny. It was nice meeting you. It was nice meeting you yesterday. I love meeting y'all in person. Okay. What was I saying? Gosh, y'all, I lost it. Oh yeah. I was comparing the difference between men and women. So yeah, if you don't like it when men make fun of you for your weight, how much you weigh, don't do it to them when it comes to their money and how much money they make, okay? But like I was saying, I hold men to a higher standard because you're supposed to be the leaders of the community. So don't poke the bear and then get mad when the bear pokes back. But then also show women a better way, right? By being mature, right? By treating them properly, right? Because I feel like when men set the tone, it's just something about a man that walks into a room and he sets the tone for how things need to go. And I expect that from men. That's how I was raised. You know, I was raised around men. When they stepped into a room, you knew how to behave. And it just seems like because y'all not respected, and because y'all not respected, a lot of women don't respect y'all because of how y'all treat them. Y'all don't get that type of energy from us, and you should. But it takes you treating us with respect for you to truly receive it. And a lot of times men don't get the respect that they desire, but it's like, how are you treating women though? And so growing up, I used to see how the most respected men, they carried a certain energy with them. And when they stepped into a room, you knew how to behave. And it just seems like nowadays, men don't know how to carry that energy. They just real loud for no reason. And they on these podcasts talking and stuff like that. And it's just like, you should be able to step into a room and women adapt to your presence, because that's the energy that you carry. That's the energy that you bring. I know I talk a lot about it in women, but this goes for men too. And it's like, y'all don't carry that big daddy energy. I'm sorry, y'all just don't. Y'all don't. But then y'all be expecting the girl that you are with or pursuing, y'all want her to carry that big mama energy where she cooking and cleaning and all that. And it's just like, what woman wants to cook for an ungrateful man? I know I don't. I don't do well with that. I love to cook, but as soon as I bump into a man that's ungrateful, like, ooh, y'all, the worst type of men to cook for are the men that want to complain about how you cooking. They want to complain about what you made. Woo, girl. When men start acting like that, you know what I do? Go sit down. I ain't making your plate. I'm not fixing your dinner. I'm not finishing your meal. You better get somebody else to do it, because I ain't doing it. Not doing it. So y'all wanna be Big Daddy, but Big Daddy paid bills. That's number one. He showed up in the world the way that he was expected to. Okay? And because of that, he earned the respect. He had a lot of respect. He earned the respect of many. And a lot of y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that because that requires real work. So I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, that's really all I got, you guys. I mean, I could, because I wasn't trying to be on here that long. If that was the case, I might as well have done my regular scheduled program video. But I kind of did want to talk about the passport bros. Okay, let me just go in here and do it real quick. Because I didn't even do my intro. Because I don't know if I'm gonna leave this video up or not. Yeah. Let me see. See, I wanted to talk about Chrissy. That's what I really wanted. That's what I really wanted to do today, was talk about Chrissy and Jim Jones. But I'm gonna say that for tomorrow. If I can do it tomorrow. If I can do it tomorrow. Lord. Shoot, if I can't do it tomorrow, I guess I am gonna have to leave this. I guess I am gonna have to leave this video up. Oh, okay. Here it is. Hold on, wait. Ooh, girl. Okay, so listen, girl, it went down on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, TikTok. Y'all, I love being in other people's business. It's nice being a Black woman and you see drama go down and it's everything that you talked about, but like the conversation is now being applied to the same group of men from a different woman, and it don't got nothing to do with you, but you just sitting back and you just like, oh my God. So let's get into it. Oh, I love it. I be so entertained. Girl, I'm sitting back drinking my water, got my little mask on. You know, I bought this little steamer so I could do my at-home facials and steam my face and put my mask on and all of that. And I'm just sitting back watching all of this go down on TikTok. I said, oh, this is good. This is really good. I love it. So I was thoroughly entertained. So, girl, I followed it from the beginning too, because I'm like, I had to follow the rabbit trail. I'm like, how all this start? Where did it all start? Okay. So this all started. I can't play this video because uh it has music playing in the back. I'm pretty sure. But this Asian woman, she made a video and she was basically saying passport bros are funny. They are. I feel like they're pretty comical. Let me see if I can play this video.
Saying things about passport bros, and you don't have to agree with me, but tell me that this video is not the funniest shit you've ever seen.
Okay, that one has the music on there.
Does the guy with the passport card think he is going? The walking bridge from San Diego to Tijuana? Or like the 3-day Carnival cruise with Tom and Debbie from Akron, Ohio, who go on their annual Christmas trip? He can't even fly out of the country with that. What the hell is he talking about? I know a bunch of you guys were mad at me for saying things about passport bros.
Y'all, she is hilarious. But she was going in. Wait. She was going in. Oh, I'm not done. Wait, because she was going in on him. I said, oh, snaps. Hold on. Okay, let me see. Is it this one? So she made that video and she started getting a bunch of backlash.
The amount of racism and misogyny that people are able to like squeeze into one comment, it's always shocking to me. And like, it shouldn't be that shocking, but I'm always kind of left like, who's going to top it? What's going to be next? And then I'll be like, is this world real? Do people really think like this and feel comfortable typing it and then hitting send? Like they really think like this. The amount.
Now listen, y'all. This is why TikTok is such a wonderful place. It is amazing over there. I'm telling you to go ahead and create a little profile. Okay, you don't got to create content. Just create a profile. You will have a lovely time. I know I was against TikTok, but y'all, I'm in love. I done fell in love. You know, when you were against TikTok, you took forever to make a profile. Then when you finally get into it, you're like, oh my God, I like this place. Wait a minute. This is probably the best platform out here. Oh, I'm saying that on YouTube. Oh, I said it. Oh my God, I said it. Yeah. And it's because it's diverse. Okay, that's why. So let me rewind. So because she had made those comments about passport bros, she got a comment that said, you're very opinionated. You talk way too much for an Asian woman. What? Then it went on to say, could that be why you're a single mother? Just a thought. Girl. Now, wait a minute. We got to talk about this, y'all, because I talked about it a little bit on my IG story, and I'm going against what I said. I said I wasn't going to talk about passport bros, but I'm going against what I said. I'm standing on it. I went against it. Call me a hypocrite, whatever you need to call me. Cool. We got that out the way, right? Cool. Okay. Well, you guys, have Black women came to the conclusion that we have been gaslit about how masculine we are? We were never masculine. We were traumatized, and we were having trauma triggers and responses to the trauma that we have gone through and that we have dealt with. They sitting up here calling this woman masculine. She too opinionated. She needs to close her mouth. She's an Asian woman. Have you guys came to the realization that Black women have been gaslit to Mars and beyond? Have you came to that realization? We were played. That whole femininity movement was bullshit. Black women didn't need to be more feminine. We needed to heal. Our masculinity was us trauma responding. Like we had trauma responses, triggers. Like we had fight, flight. We had projections. All of those are trauma triggers. Emotional outbursts, trauma triggers. They don't got shit to do with femininity. Y'all, I'm mad. That is what this whole passport bro thing is about. They went through Black women, tried to manipulate us into convincing us that we weren't feminine enough. Now they done made the whole continent, they done made the whole USA, including Canada, if I'm being completely honest. Okay? They done made us all masculine women. Do you hear what I'm saying? And that's why I be saying, Black women, you are the most gaslit individuals to ever exist on this earth. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And so you see how he's talking about, oh, that's probably why you're a single mother. Like, ain't that what they be doing to us? Yeah, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Stick with me, stick with me. Go to therapy, heal, work on yourself. Go to therapy, heal, work on yourself, right? But girl, you've been feminine this whole time. Like, girl, what? The best that you could possibly be. But listen, if you are a Black woman, you can never compare your femininity to a white woman. Don't you ever do that to yourself. Don't you ever do that to yourself, because these men have never put us in a position to where we can ever compare our femininity to a non-Black woman. And you want to know why? Because we don't have no nation. We don't have no military. We don't have no alliances. We don't have no infrastructure. We don't got no home we can go to. We don't got no grocery store we can shop in. Girl, we don't got no high-end designer brands that we can truly, a store that we can go into and shop in and feel like we belong in there. So don't you dare compare your femininity to a non-Black woman, because these men have never put us in a position to be able to do such a thing. Oh, girl, I'm mad. When it just hit me, like it really hit me. And this is why I want to talk about it, because it really hit me like last week or 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, I'm really over here comparing my femininity to a non-Black woman in a culture that suppresses me for being Black and a woman, but I'm supposed to compare my femininity, my feminine journey to a non-Black woman. How? How? I'm always giving the shorter end of the stick. So because I'm constantly giving the shorter end of the stick, I can't truly compare myself in that way. Like, it wouldn't be fair to myself. It wouldn't be fair, y'all. But let's continue. Let's continue. So basically, I want you guys to know that Black women are being vindicated right now, because Black men and men that are, well, I won't say Black men, passport bros have marked us, and not just us anymore, but the whole USA and Canada, as masculine women. The most conquered men have marked us that. And I have to say it like that because we saw the Kyrie situation, right? You saw it. We saw the Black Israelites. We saw how they were outside the stadium rooting for this man to get back to work under the white man's approval. That's what we saw. And they are, of course, y'all, of course we're not feminine enough. Of course we're not. Of course, think about it. We're like neck and neck. You got the Black man, and then you got all women. Oh, y'all not ready. Oh, y'all not ready. You're not ready. We got the Black, we got the Black man, and we got all women. Of course we're not feminine enough. Hell, we both being dominated. Oh, y'all not ready for that. Oh, y'all not ready for that. You're not ready. Do they have the power to change it? Nah. I think so. I used to think so, but now I don't know. I think they comfortable. I think they're comfortable. I don't think they're ready to really fight for what they claim is theirs. I don't. And I'm referring to the Black Israelites. They were really cheering that man on, Kyrie, to go back to work under contract after he was approved by the white man to do so. That's what we witnessed. No, this men and women look in the mirror. No, Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. I'm not buying that. And the reason why I'm not buying it, let me explain why. It's very, very simple, right? You guys want to come in, claim a throne with what is backing you? Because we not backing you. I'm a black woman. I'm not backing you with that. I'm not about to put my life on the line. Black women have put their lives on the line. In history, we have. And where did it get us? Where? In the same spot. So I have learned from the women that walked before me, they sacrificed. They sacrificed their bodies, their beauty, their time, their life. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So that looking in the mirror, both men and women, yeah, when it comes to self-healing, yeah. But when it comes to measuring as a black man, measuring a woman's femininity to your manhood while being, it don't make sense. Of course she's not feminine enough for you, because it goes other men, you, women, other men, women, big gap. So of course we're feminine to them, but to you, not so much. And it's because y'all are like here, other men are up here. And then when y'all compare our femininity, of course it's not enough. Of course, to other women in the US and in Canada, we're not feminine enough for you. Of course, you're like the least just y'all don't got nothing going on. Like y'all not out here playing Monopoly. Y'all being dominated in Monopoly. And I talked about Monopoly. I talked about it with Kanye West. Y'all being dominated with Monopoly. If you want to know how the game is played in the system, play Monopoly. Y'all don't own no banks. Y'all don't own land. And land, that's huge. That's why Asian men are out here dominated. They dominated like they are. And the reason is because they buying up all this land. What y'all doing? Y'all buying land? Y'all buying land that men have to basically get in on with you and break a deal with you. Oh no, y'all not even at these meetings. Y'all not sitting at these tables. Like I don't even want to talk about it. Ooh, y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. So of course y'all outside the stadium, Kyrie walking in, y'all like little cheerleaders rooting him on so he can go inside. Of course y'all are. That's all y'all gonna do. That's all y'all gonna do. Show up and cheerlead. So and buy microphones and talk about hoes on the microphones. That's all I saw was a group of black men outside the stadium cheering like cheerleaders, encouraging this man to get back to work. So it can all be brushed under the rug. So the black Israelites can go back to their section in society and talk about how this is our throne. And then white men will continue doing what they've been doing for hundreds of years. And other men will still be out here building for their communities. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's what I saw. A lot of y'all going to be mad, but it's the truth. How much you want to bet? After Christmas, ain't nobody gonna be talking about this. And if it does linger into Christmas, it's due to Kanye West. That's it. Because he's a celebrity. Y'all know how I go. Okay, so she explained passports versus passport card. I don't know why, but I thought that was funny. You guys, did you not know that men under her video, they didn't know the difference between a passport card versus a passport? They didn't know the difference. I repeat, they didn't know the difference. That's why I'm like, listen, show me. I want to see you outside the country. I just want to see you outside. So she made all of these videos. Oh, okay. Let's read this one. So she got a comment that said, why do you keep bothering passport bros? We love Asian women and we aren't bullying Asians. We tell people to travel around the world and be happy. And that's not what y'all tell. You see how they gaslight you?
I know you think it doesn't affect me, but the reason it does is because these same men who say things like this, who have yellow fever, who, oh, I love Asian women, whatever, it's because they either fetishize them or they associate, like many of these passport bros do, they associate Asian women with having more traditional values and beliefs and being more nurturing and feminine and the kind of woman that they approach because my outward appearance, I'm Asian, and they associate my appearance with having those traditional feminine values or whatever they say. I'm adopted, like I've said many times. I have been in the United States since I was 4 months old, even though I was born in South Korea. My family is American. I grew up in the small town Midwest around all white people. So I have zero association with anything related to Korean or any Asian culture. I don't know anything about it. And I also have a naturally very masculine personality, and it's not a result of my upbringing. It's just who I am as a person. And so when these guys approach me, they have these expectations that I'm going to be submissive and I'm nurturing and I'm traditional and I want to take care of them and serve them. Bitch, I don't. I don't. Like, I don't want to take care of anyone. And I said that the other night. I've taken care of people my entire adult life. I don't want to take care of anyone necessarily anymore. And I have a masculine personality. It's why I'm good at my career. It's why I'm a good leader. And a lot of men don't like that and they don't expect it from me. So then they get a bad taste in their mouth because they had a certain expectation of me because my outward appearance. And when I don't meet that expectation, then they're mad. And then that's when they make the declaration that they're going to be a passport bro and go to Asia and find a traditional wife or whatever, like thinking that these women also aren't individuals who have their own personalities, whether that culture upholds what their beliefs are or not. These women might put on a show, but at the end of the day, if her natural personality is to be more of a leader and be more masculine, it's going to come out eventually. You can't just expect 100% of the women in a certain country or culture to act what you expect. So long story short, I'm the type of woman that's the last stop before they make loud declarations that they're going to go to Asia when their feet have never been more than 5 feet off the ground when they had to go do the jump test in PE class when they were in 6th grade. Okay, first of all, if you think...
Now listen, one thing that I found interesting about her TikTok is the fact that she makes the claim that she is a masculine woman. Now, this is the thing about Black men dating outside their race, right? Which I hope they continue to do so. But logically speaking, if they bump into a masculine woman that's non-Black, she's way more masculine than him. And the reason is because they are not conquered the same way that we as Black women are. And I hate to say it, y'all, but it's the truth. It is the truth. As a community, as Black people, we have been conquered for hundreds of years, even across the world, a globe, because no one has ever accepted Blackness. So the world has yet to accept Blackness. But Black women, to me, we are traumatized, but we would actually be the most feminine, in my opinion. And truly, it's because we are the most dominated in society. Like at every turn, Black women are constantly dominated or trying to be controlled by somebody, whether it's a white woman, an Asian woman, a white man, an Asian man, a Black man. We're always constantly trying to be controlled by others, forcefully, but controlled, right? And so because of that, that would make us more submissive. We have to be more submissive because we're constantly being, quote unquote, forcefully controlled by all of these people in the system, in the world, because they don't accept our Blackness. They take issue with it. And so when men get out here and they truly date outside of their race, and they bump into a masculine woman, she's automatically going to be more masculine than him. And the reason is because she'll be able to assert herself in places that he's not able to as a Black man. And I don't know why they don't see it that way. Like white women, if they truly, in fact, bump into a white girl that's truly masculine, she's going to be way more masculine than him because she can assert herself in spaces that he cannot. And I don't see how they don't see that. I don't get how they don't see that. But they'll use the excuse that it's our attitude, it's our triggers, it's our trauma response as to why we're so masculine. But it's truly not. Like, we're probably the most feminine option. And the reason is because we are the most controlled throughout society. Like, they control everything from our hair to how we how they want us to talk, our hair texture, our skin color. They literally try to control everything. That's called domination. That's called dominatrix. Dominating. We're constantly being dominated. Black women are. And that's why, because it's a trauma response, we tend to act out like we have emotional triggers. We have PTSD. We have all of these factors. And so honestly, we would be actually considered the most feminine. So it's just funny that men think that femininity, a higher level, is going to be sought after outside of our community, when Black women are literally controlled and dominated for every little thing. Oh my gosh. Let me continue. And then I also, to keep in mind, she grew up. It's important that you know that she grew up in white culture. It's important for you to know that. So that should tell you a lot about how they raise their women.
Okay, this probably sounds crazy, but I've actually been to Hong Kong strip club in Tijuana. I think I went in 2016 with some friends who live in San Diego. I'm a little bit less adventurous than I was. Tijuana is very dangerous, and I know Americans go all the time, but we took an Uber to the border. They dropped us off right near where the walking bridge is, and then you are able to just cross through. Even if you don't have your passport card, they'll like do a little fake interrogation, but if you have your driver's license, they'll usually let you go through. Anyway, if you haven't been, Hong Kong strip club is like a huge ass 3-story strip club, I think, in downtown Tijuana. And I went in, I think it was like $15 to get in, but they give you a free Tecate at the door. So I guess you get a free beer with your entrance. Honestly, the strippers in there were very interesting looking. There were some pretty ones, but a lot of them had really, really botched plastic surgery, and a lot of them looked very young as well. The place was very, very strange, to be honest. Like, there was a ton of strippers in there, a ton of people in general, because it's so big. There were bubble bath parties going on in certain sections where like it was really like a bubble bath, and there was like soap bubbles flying and shit. And then right next to it, there was like a little person stripper with 7-inch heels on. And the most disheartening thing in there that I saw was like how young a lot of the strippers looked. I don't think that they were all 18. Some of them were definitely younger. The funniest thing that happened to me in Hong Kong was I was walking by this Black American Navy guy near the bar, and he was like, "How much do you cost? I don't really like any of the strippers in here." And I was like, damn, this guy just walked up to me and asked how much I cost. But anyway, after we walked around Tijuana more, we went to a mezcaleria. We went to a gay bar where all the gays in there were singing along with Shakira, who I think is like the Latin American idol of gays, equivalent to Cher or Lady Gaga. But after we left Tijuana and we came back across the border, got in our Uber, and the driver was like, "Yeah, I can't believe you guys actually went to Tijuana tonight." And we were like, "Why?" And he was like, "There were 8 people who just got murdered in the street across from Hong Kong Strip Club last night." And we were like, "Damn, we were just there." But there were tanks everywhere and military guys everywhere. And that must have been why, because like 4 Americans and then 2 civilian Mexicans, and I think 2 Mexican military also got killed in a gang street fight the night before. So anyway, that's the only time I've been to Tijuana, and I am in no hurry to ever go back. Okay, this probably sounds crazy, but I've actually been to Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's what these men are bragging about. That's where they going. That's what they bragging about. That's what this man up here is holding. So then this Black man responded. And you guys, they keep showing this passport. Like, y'all, I want to see the stamps. But hold on. I'm trying to find the one where he responded in full. Is it that one? Oh, wait. And y'all, it's so interesting when women come out speaking the truth about this. how they start to threaten the women. It's weird.
I'll use this to go get your cousin since she hasn't made it over here yet. Is that all right with you?
I know the passport bros know that we're all just here in good fun, but a lot of you guys were commenting that Unc ate me up in his video because he said he was going to go get my cousin. And you are welcome to go and try and get my cousins, but unfortunately for you, my cousins are Confederate flag flying racist fucks who live in the mountains of West Virginia. So you can try, but you're probably going to get killed on sight. To emphasize how racist my dad's family is, his older brother was openly a member of the Ku Klux Klan through the 1980s. And if you're trying to go to South Korea, where I was born, which, let's be honest, most of you aren't because it's not cheaper than the US, you're not going to meet Mai Ling. You're going to meet Hee-Ju Kim. But then Hee-Ju Kim's dad is going to take one look at your black ass and say no, absolutely not. And that will be the end of it.
I'll use this to go get your cousin since she hasn't made it over here yet. Is that all right with you?
I know the passport bros know that we're all just here in good fun, but a lot of you guys were commenting that
Y'all, like, what? Y'all, it's getting weird. Okay, so this is the finale. Okay, I had to get y'all caught up, y'all. This is the finale. Y'all thought that was funny? No. She went in for the kill, girl. No, she went in, can I say that on here? Oh my God. She went in for, the final, Okay. Now, wait a minute. Are you ready? Hold on to your seats, ladies. Hold on to your seats. It's going to be a wild ride. Woo, because she went in on them. She said, I'm about to let y'all have it.
So I know a lot of these passport bros and especially black men are in my comments asking me why I'm talking about this. It's not my fight. And before anything, I'm a woman. So I'm always going to stand up for women regardless of race. And one thing that really bothers me about this is these same passport bros are the men who probably tried to hit on me in the US before they realized that we don't like them either. I'm from a town that really doesn't have that many Asian women, especially Asian women who look like me. Like I said, you guys, I'm adopted. I grew up in a white family in the Midwest, so I have no beauty standards from South Korea. I'm a thick woman. I weigh about 165 pounds. I'm 5'5". So honestly, the brothers like to holler, and they still do, regardless of what some men in the comments are trying to say that black men aren't checking for Asian women. Yeah, right. Check my DMs. But anyway, pretty much every time I met a black man, he thought it would be a flex to say something like, yeah, I like my women foreign. I like my women exotic. And I don't know why they decided to say that to me, if they thought it would make me feel good or something. But for me, it's always a red flag. And so I would dig in a little bit further and say, well, what do you mean by that? Like, because I'm a white girl on the inside. My family is white. I grew up in a white community in a small town in the Midwest. So I might look exotic, but I'm Wonder Bread white on the inside. So anyway, whenever these guys would say this, I'd be like, well, you're about to be in for a big disappointment if you're expecting a submissive, docile Asian to take care of you. But it really bothered me when these guys would say, yeah, I don't like black women, because that's what it always came down to, that they didn't date black women, regardless if they were black or not. And their moms are black, their sisters are black, their cousins are black. I'm like, would you say this to their face? That's weird. So I kind of pick and prod after I already decided, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm out, because anybody who says something like that just is an immediate red flag. But it always came down to the same stupid stereotypes that black men always have to say about women. They're loud, they're masculine, they don't know how to treat a man, they wear fake hair. So what? So what? You don't have to put down an entire race of women because you have a preference. And honestly, like, I've dated pretty much every race, every ethnicity. I'm Ms. Worldwide when it comes to dating. Only common denominator is black hair and dark eyes usually. But I've never heard any group of men put down their own women more than I've heard black men do it in pursuit of other women. And I just find it really disheartening. And I understand why this divide is getting bigger, but I don't want to be a part of it. So I hate it, and I had to speak on it. So I know a lot of these passport bros, and especially black men, are in my comments asking me why I'm talking about this. It's not my fight. And before
Girl, girl, just imagine me in my bed with my bonnet on, got my water, got my mask on, relaxing, and I'm seeing all of this go down, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't need to say anything. She cleared them. It's almost like cleared. Check his vitals. Check his vitals? Are you checking his vitals? Their vitals at this point, because oh my God, she cleared them. You guys, the story that I told y'all, me meeting Hannah or whoever her name was at the bar, y'all, these women are catching on. They don't even want to be involved. And remember when I said, if you are a divester, don't be loud. Don't follow in the footsteps of black men, because what if non-black men were like, oh, I don't want to be involved? They automatically mark you and stereotype you and say, oh, you only want me because of y'all's problems and issues with black men. Remember when I told y'all that? And I said, be quiet. Don't follow in the footsteps of black men. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to play yourself. Because these men, they have played themselves. Because now women are starting to catch on. The worst thing you could ever do is link up with a non-black man and bash black men to them. Don't do that. Don't follow in the footsteps of what they be out here doing. Don't do it. I warned y'all. I said, don't do it. Because all it takes is for non-black men to be saying the same thing she's saying. So be careful. Okay. And just like I'm nosy and I'm being nosy on social media. Okay. These non-black men be nosy too. They be nosy. Because you see, throughout this entire video, I've been in everybody's business but black people business. You get what I'm saying? And so, and the reason is because I'm like, well, shoot, let me see what everybody else, what somebody else's problems are like. I just want to see what other people's problems are like. Tired of hearing about black people problems. We argue about stupid stuff. So it's just, I don't know, y'all. Be quiet. Move in silence. Do what you do. Do what you want to do, but move in silence. Do not follow in the footsteps of black men, because they got to go to a whole nother continent just to even get some action at this point. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because since I could remember, I think middle school, you know what black men have said? Oh, I'm going to get a snow bunny because snow bunnies are easy. I thought they were easy. What happened? I thought snow bunnies, Asians, I thought they were easy. What happened? Why y'all got to go to a whole nother continent to get you? What happened? What happened? So now they don't want you. So now they not easy. And listen, white women don't want to be seen as easy. They don't want to be seen as easy no more, because y'all keep making them baby mamas. Y'all keep making them baby mamas. They don't want to be baby mamas no more. Listen, I came across this video. Y'all, preferences are fighting for their lives on TikTok, just so you know. Fighting for their lives. Because I came across this video of this. Oh, here she is. Wait, is it that way? Nope. Let me keep scrolling because I got to find it. This white girl, she had a baby by a black man, and girl, it was horrible. It was horrible. If I could find it. We have Dominique. If y'all saw her, I love that video that she did. Let me see. I probably gotta keep scrolling. Because this girl, she was in shambles. Okay. And that's all I see on TikTok. That's why you gotta get on TikTok. TikTok make you feel normal. Makes you feel like you're at home, like you in the real world. It ain't Instagram, y'all. It's not Instagram. But it also depends on what side of the internet you're on too. Ooh, maybe I missed it. Maybe it's further down. But this girl, she and then there were a few black women that responded, and I'm like, oh my God. Yep. We all feel the same way. Yep, we do. Oh, okay. Here they are. Look at these videos. Oh my God. Let's go ahead, pull them up. I got time tonight. Let's go ahead and pull them on up. Let's go ahead and pull them on up so you guys can see what we're talking about. Out. Ready? Hold on, let me do it again. A collective breath out. Ready? I'm sorry, y'all. I was mute. Okay, let me explain the TikTok. So the TikTok is actually the original is right here where it says, "Where's your BD?" or "Where's your BD been this whole time?" So let's go ahead and play this one next too, because black women were like, "Now listen, we done told y'all." Can't play it yet.
The preference to baby mama pipeline strikes again. We're going to see so much more of this coming. We're going to see all of the preferences coming out saying how they were baby mamaed and mistreated and abused. Just wait on it. Just wait on it.
Okay, you guys, I'm trying to mute it, then unmute it, then mute it again because I'm not trying to get the copyright, y'all. I'm dodging copyrights, okay? But yeah, have you guys noticed that? Am I still mute, or I thought I was unmute? Yeah, I think you guys might have a slow internet. Yeah, that pipeline is getting further away from us. that baby mama pipeline is getting further away from us, girl. They don't went across. They out here crossing oceans for this baby mama pipeline, crossing seas, y'all. That's why I'm like, y'all keep going. Keep going. Y'all not far enough. Keep going. I want y'all to go far out there. But that baby mama pipeline getting so long, girl, it's getting long. It's getting longer by the hour, by the second. And you know what they doing? I'm rooting them on. You want to know why? Because they are changing the image of baby mama culture. They're changing the image of single motherhood. Gosh, they changing it. Look, this is what the faces look like now. Look at this. This is all I see up and down my timeline.
To the city, bitch. That's why you mad.
This is for educational purposes only. I want y'all to understand something. Number one, I met a lot of men that will pretty much give a baby to anybody because they see that a lot of women attach their whole life purpose and personality trait to being a mother, nothing else. Not a good friend, not a doctor, not a wife, but a mother. And there's nothing wrong with being a mother, but a lot of y'all are using it as an aha moment. Whole time the other woman that you're trying to one up is walking away scot-free without this baby that you have to take care of for 18 plus years. Also, a lot of times too, there's no guarantee that these men are going to stick around. And who's to say he didn't give you the baby because it was a way to keep you around forever? These aha gotcha moments would make more sense if it was stuff like he bought you a car, he bought you a house, he put money on your degree. But y'all talking about bringing life into the world to prove a point. And now this baby is here forever in this world. Oof. For you to prove a point. As one of my mutuals say, I do not support all women. Some of y'all truly are selfish and you bring children into these miserable situations to prove a point because your internalized misogyny.
Well, cleared. But you guys, yeah, you'll see, you'll see a lot of non-Black women, single mothers on TikTok. You will. And they are changing the face for Generation Z and beyond. Okay. So now that we got Generation Z doing what they do, it's gonna take a team effort. We 50% there, I believe. We 50% there, I believe. So Generation Z doing what they doing, right? Now us millennials, we gotta finish it up. We gotta lead by example. We gotta change the culture. Okay, we gotta get these men to date us again, even if we just want to hook up. Okay, change the hookup culture. It don't just gotta be a hookup. Make him wine and dine you. Make him buy you flowers. Make him buy you chocolate. We gotta make them date again. Okay. I'm talking about 50% change. Like, I'm not using statistics or anything like that. Meaning, like, there could be a major culture shift. And I feel like we're like 50%. Babies are not an accessory. You should not have them selfishly. Okay. Single motherhood is a setup. Doesn't matter if you're in a marriage or you're in fact unwed. It's a setup, okay? So just be careful out here. You know, guard your womb with your life, sis. Okay? Don't get caught up. Do not get caught up. Wait, what's the super chat? Yes, infecting everybody. Thank you. Infecting everybody with poverty and trauma. Oh my, everywhere, girl. All over the world. They're national now. They're global. So everybody get to see how dysfunctional they really are. And Black women get to sit back, continue to heal, continue to find your peace, your identity, continue to love on yourself and do for you. And stop stressing. Get your cortisol levels down. Okay. And do what you need to do for yourself. Remember, nothing in life is guaranteed, but always remember that nothing in life is guaranteed, but you always have the choice to choose yourself. You always have the choice to walk away and choose yourself. If it's bad, if it's abusive, if it's dangerous, even if things just didn't go the way that you wanted, you can always choose yourself. Don't ever forget it, okay? You can get married, be the first wife, the second, the third, the fourth. It don't matter. You can be cheated on. You can be the best baby mama in the world. You may not be married. You can be the best baby mama in the world and get married. You could be the second baby mama and get married. You could be... Just know nothing in life is guaranteed. So because of that, don't be afraid to choose yourself. Okay. But I do feel like we can change some things. Like we're smarter now. Having a child out of wedlock doesn't look like a good idea. Hookup culture, just hooking up, that's play dust. Not getting these men tested, paperwork. Like I said, they get a text message, they get a link, they log into the portal, they show you their documentation. They don't have that, guess they can't get sex. Not requiring these men to romance us has led us to no foreplay. So bring back romance again. Okay, flowers, candy, music, bring that back. Dates, dressing up to go out. Bring romance back, because foreplay will actually be back, where we could have a better chance at sexual liberation, because without romance, a lot of us don't have a real chance at sexual liberation. It's just sexual oppression every time we lay down. So that's pretty much all I got for this video, you guys. Please give it a thumbs up. I'm going to try to leave this up for at least 24 hours so you guys can watch it in full. And then I'm going to put this back on my Patreon. Hopefully you guys are not going to be upset with me about this, because this was an unplanned live. But I do have another live planned. It may be tomorrow or maybe the day after. I have not decided because I don't know how I'm going to feel. Okay. But you guys enjoy the rest of your nights. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys. Thank you to the mods. Thank you guys for showing up and doing what you guys are doing. Also, to the girl that I met in the beauty supply store, it was nice meeting you. And then any of my mentees that are in here, hey girl, hey. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.